Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is incredible. Ben and Jerry just literally shed out today and look absolutely amazing. And you guys know that I have an obsession with two-headed animals. And obviously I know that a lot of you guys have been asking about the update on the turtles. You know, listen, the problem with two-headed animals is the fact that it can be a tough journey. We all know what happened with our two-headed snakes in the past. Finally we got Ben and Jerry and they're absolutely thriving. And we ended up having that two-headed snapping turtle that honestly just didn't work out when it came to a display, so we ended up moving that one on, and then we ended up getting a two-headed turtle and that one conjoined twin. Well, unfortunately the conjoined twin didn't make it, but these guys here, again, came from our friends down in Mississippi named Chopsticks, are doing amazing. They're at that size where we can finally start to bring them over here to the Reptarium. How crazy is it to have a two-headed snake and a two-headed turtle, and who knows what else is coming down the pike? The fact is, why do I want two-headed animals? So first off, I've just always loved two-headed animals. I just think they're so bizarre and so crazy, but the truth is here at the Reptarium, the reason behind it is curiosity, right? We can actually get people that come in that are so curious about Ben and Jerry, or pretty soon Chopsticks, and they're gonna just wanna ask a lot of questions. And the more questions we can get people to ask, the more we can teach them, and the more we can unlock their love of these animals. So listen, where else can you go to see a two-headed snake or a two-headed turtle or some crazy animals like that? And it draws a lot of people in, and by drawing them in, it gives us an opportunity to educate, and that is what it's all about. So the next issue is, where are these turtles going to go now that they're kind of at that size where we feel comfortable to bring them over? The truth is, we're going to actually replace these here and these up here. Now it doesn't look like there's very big room here, but the truth is that these go back about twice as far this way, and I can go up all the way up to here. So I can make a relatively large enclosure that's about twice this deep, that has like some nice shelves, some water area. The same thing down here. Although I can't go up very high, I can come down to like here, and I can make that deeper too. That way we can have some aquatic here, and we can have some aquatic enclosures up there. What I'll do is actually use Universal Rocks to actually do this. Which, by the way, if you want the Universal Rock stuff, you can go to universalrocks.com, and you can actually use the promo code Reptarium, all caps, and you actually get 15% off. So it's a good source. So I'm going to have them build us some custom enclosures that go there, cool backgrounds, rocks, all that type of stuff, and then we'll get them in here. So hopefully with any luck here in the next, say, 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have these enclosures cleared out, these enclosures cleared out, new enclosures in, and then we'll actually build a new rack for these guys to go in somewhere up front that are going to still be on display. So we're not getting rid of these guys, we're just moving them to a new place just so that they have more room for the turtles. So that's the idea. I cannot wait to get the turtles on display, because everyone asks all the time, where's the two-headed turtle? Well, now you guys know they're going to be on display at the Reptarium pretty soon. Baltimore is a cute little caramel snow red-eared slider as well. It's got a little algae on it, but this has been living with Chopsticks for a while now, and will come over to the Reptarium as we have these new enclosures too, and he'll be his kind of roommate. And you know, who knows, maybe we'll add one more aquatic thing as well to the tank that we're going to be setting here. Not sure what it's going to be yet, but this guy is unbelievably adorable and has so much personality. And this clutch of eggs is actually kind of the same pairing that we had with those silvery purplish babies. And this is actually the mom, who's a pastel, and she was actually bred to this beautiful male right here, which is a pewter lesser. So it's a pastel, it's a cinnamon, and it's a lesser. So with any luck, we'll get some more of those kind of purplish babies, right? We can get, it's basically a super pastel cinnamon lesser. It's basically like the all-gene animal. So let's just go ahead and cut egg number 1, and hopefully we'll get this day started the right way. And like I always mention, I really just love to hatch baby snakes no matter what they are. And it looks like we have just a little bit of a cinnamon here, just a single gene animal, Cinny, which is cool. You know, the Cinnies are a really beautiful animal anyways, to be honest with you. One day I'll tell you the story, because we actually brought in the very first cinnamon. I'll tell you how that thing went. It was actually a pretty crazy story. Nevertheless, that's for a different day. Egg number 2. And I guess that's the thing, right? It's like Christmas. Every egg you cut, you never know what you're gonna get. So this is just a pastel lesser. Again, it can have a super pastel, so it's missing one of the genes as well as the Cinny to get that all gene animal. Egg number 3. And I hope that you guys don't get bored of cutting eggs, because we have a lot of eggs to cut this year. Another pastel lesser. Interesting, we've got 2 pastel lessers. And I know that you know, every egg is different, so I hope that you guys are going to enjoy the entire journey of the 175 clutches that we have to cut this year. That means that there's probably, I don't know, 1,500 eggs to cut. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Egg number 4. And there is no doubt that in those 1,500 eggs, we're going to have some surprises, and we're going to have some pretty amazing animals. Pick again, another Cine. That's weird. We got 2 Cines and 2 pastel lessers. Not exactly what I would have expected from the clutch, but we got 3 eggs left. Let's just keep on cutting. And again, odds are just odds, you know, you go the one way or the other way. Here we go, we got a little bit something here. This is actually the pewter lesser, so this is just like the daddy. So this is the pewter lesser. The only thing that I'm missing from the all gene animal is the pastel gene, the second pastel gene. That would make a super pastel lesser, and that's what gives it that kind of purpley, like pinkish lavender look to it. So, but we still have 2 eggs to go. We can still hit it. And what do we have here? Right off the rip, I can tell we didn't hit it because I can see the color in this. But we have another pastel lesser. So 3 pastel lessers. Interestingly enough, I think that first clutch that we had, we didn't even have 1 pastel lesser. Now we hit 3 pastel lessers. So what do you know? Last egg, this is going to be the all gene animal. I just know it. Let's end it on a good note, right? Positive vibes. Hopefully get positive results. Let's do it. And let's see if I'm going to be right about my positive vibes. Woohoo! Woohoo! And you know what? I think we might actually hit it. I think my positive vibes work, guys. I think this is absolutely a super pastel. It's absolutely a Cine, and it looks to be like a lesser. So I think we hit the actual all gene animal in the last egg. This one isn't quite as purpley and kind of that beautiful color as the first one, but I think genetically it's the same thing. So all in all, hey, it's great. I love cutting eggs. I hope you guys love cutting eggs. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I hope that as you're following along, you're maybe guessing the genes as we're cutting them so that you can be a part of it. It's really cool. So, all right, that's the only egg cutting for the day. Let's move on. Guys, we now have cool masks. That's right, we just launched these crocodile mouth masks right here. If you buy them now, you get 10% off, as well as all of the Ivy and Lucy merch, 10% off. Use the promo code FORTH, and with these masks, we actually are donating $1 to fight kids' hunger. So link in the description, again, 10% off using the promo code FORTH. Guess what time it is? Egg time. Colored egg time. And we actually have a granite, which is actually a diffused corn and a black corn snake. And it's actually heifer scaleless. It was bred to another diffused het scaleless. This is her second clutch. I love this female so much. She is so beautiful because, again, she's that anery corn, but she's real charcoaly looking, and that kind of diffusing of the side. That's why they call them diffused corns. Of course, they also call them blood red corns because in the normal corns, that diffusion turns into red and makes them kind of this blood red looking animal. But nevertheless, she looks like she has a pretty good clutch of eggs right here. We'll just go ahead and do this. This is great for a second clutch. Once again, fertility has been very, very good with second clutches. These eggs are loose, so I'm going to go ahead and candle them here in a second just to make sure all the embryos are up and stuff like that. But she's got 2, 4, 6, 8 beautiful eggs. Not bad. 1 more clutch to go. Interestingly enough, I actually looked in the records, and that girl right there that we just pulled her clutch of eggs actually had slugs the first clutch, and that just tells you how important it is to stay diligent, right? So Lori ended up breeding a different male for the second clutch and then got a bunch of fertiles. And guess what? This girl laid slugs as well the first clutch. So let's see, with Lori switching the male up on this one, if we have fertility issues with this or if this is going to be good as well. And look at that. Looks like pretty much a relatively decent clutch. Definitely a couple bad eggs, but she 100% slugged out the first time. So that just tells you that when you're breeding snakes, you have to be willing to kind of pivot and change if you need to. And in this case, with both clutches, we ended up getting some fertile eggs, whereas the first clutches were 100% infertile. So if we would have continued breeding the same male, we wouldn't have had any production. Now we got 8 eggs from that girl earlier, and we've got 2 4 good eggs from this girl. Now again, not a big clutch, but hey, that's 4 more babies we're gonna produce because Lori had the foresight and the knowledge and the experience to go, hey, I need to breed a different male to this female in order to get good clutches. And here we go, we got some good clutches. So still a handful of Kluber eggs to go for the year, but we're definitely getting down to the nitty gritty.
What is going on, everybody? So as you guys always know, I've got a lot of work to do today, but I did a little bit of time and show you guys a little bit of fun. I get to feed today. I got a lot of bug feeders today, a lot to do for sure. So I definitely got to get started. Got to show you guys at least a couple of them, some of the cuter ones. Let's get started. It's going to be a lot of fun. What'd you expect?
Super excited to finally be taking the next steps in things over here at BHB. I've talked about the fact that, you know, my whole mentality has changed about animals since the Reptarium, about behavior, enrichment, stuff like that. And the truth is that we have finally switched over to just the Reptile Prime coconut bedding on these guys rather than just the paper, give them a little more enrichment. And then the next thing we're doing is actually making up something like this, just so where we can put this in here and they can actually crawl in here, get a little bit more hiding, they've got a little bit more enrichment and stuff like that. And we'll be able to put these in each of the cages here just for a little bit more, you know, kind of, I don't know, just feel better about it, right? Do they need it? I'm not sure. And again, I'm not calling anyone out that's not doing it. I'm just saying that I kind of felt a little hypocritical in the sense that I have these beautiful displays over at the Reptarium with all this enrichment, and then I have kind of really barren, commercially grade type way of keeping things here at BHB. So slowly we're going to adapt to this, the bedding, the actual hide type things with planting on it. I think it's going to look better. I think the animals are going to be happy, and to be truthful, it's just going to make me happier, if that's okay. So this is the first step, and we're going to kind of slowly do this throughout the entire collection of BHB with colubrids, geckos, everything, kind of make some sort of system like this. So just super excited to finally start to implement the things that I've wanted to do for the last few months, and today we got it started. This next clutch is actually a double het ghost clown ball python. It's bred to a clown ball python that's het for ghosts, so we could produce some ghost clown ball pythons, which would be really cool. And look at this. Whoa, come on, mama, it's okay. Whoop, nope, don't bite me, don't bite me. Oh, just try to get her off without getting bit. Looks like she's got a really beautiful clutch of eggs. Again, not a big girl. This is going to be exciting. I have never produced a ghost clown ball python. It's not like they're super rare or anything like that, but it is a double recessive, and it would just be really cool to actually produce it. We just got to be careful with Mama, because she is definitely still very, very upset with me. Go, come on, Mom, it's okay. I'm just stealing your eggs, girl. It's all right. Okay, get these last eggs. Got one more egg to pull over here. Woo! Mama, calm down, calm down. That's actually a beautiful clutch of eggs. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 beautiful eggs. So 9 egg clutches, not too bad today. No slugs, that is absolutely incredible. Again, 57 days from now, we're gonna find out if we have a ghost clown ball python, which would be absolutely epic. I know how many people wanted an update on the two-headed turtles. Hopefully you enjoyed Chopsticks, and hopefully you can come visit them and Ben and Jerry, and who knows what else is coming in the future. Absolutely incredible. If you enjoyed this video, right here is an entire playlist of just a bunch of giant animals that I mess with. I think that you'll enjoy that one. Up here, can you do me a favor and subscribe to my podcast channel called Checking In? On this side, you can subscribe to this channel, my vlog channel. Please turn your post notifications on. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you tomorrow.